FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Yellow, there's a line. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Attack!
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Attack!
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
15. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not today, you are. Not 15. Check nickel.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds McCoy. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Right on these two. Hey, 57. Mike 55. Here we go. 2, fellas, let's go. Yellow.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This for his running back, McCoy. 20! They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
43.
They'll They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He was looking for Watkins that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hey, take 1, man. Take 33.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Army. Hey. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. False 1. Let's go. Deep, tighten up.
Throwing now is Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, we got the hot. Like 20. Check 3, hot. Out. Slam. Shit. Check. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
3rd down. It's Adrian Peterson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Throwing is Keenum, and he finds McLaurin. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Check 25. Check 9. Kill. 49. Check 49. Hey, on. 22.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check right. Down. Hey, orbit. Check 24. Watch the twist.
First carry for Darius Geis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's crashing. Hey, on. Alert 3. Alert 3. Roger. Sponge. No.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Kill.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Check 3. Shift. Kill. 52, 57's down. Tighten up.
And now they'll throw with Keenan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
A loss of 13 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Keenan. He's got it complete to Thompson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Let's go. Yellow. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 15. Charlie. Hey, you don't want to see me.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Hey, Mike, right. Check. Move.
On first down, this is Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 36 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check. Motion. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. All day, every day, any day. Check 3.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Take 2. Take 2. 5. Switch.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Round 20. Hey, 50. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. False 1.
Play action. It's Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCord. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Mahomes firing complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point up and through, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Motion. 53. SOS. There you go, boys. SOS. You go tight. You got tight right there. Hey, 53. Hot. Hey, watch it. Damn. Watch out.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Down. Check, go back. We got motion, back up. Hey, take 53, 55. Hey, wahoo!
The snap came at 1. Keenum. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here goes the hot. Like 20. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. Close one. Hey, we're good. X3, 218, chopper. I got him. Back to mine. I got him. Hey, 3, hot. March 50. There it comes. Smooth.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On 1st down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Short kick. Whoa, now a hit and a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slip. No, Roger. Jim. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 22.
Again, Peterson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, Mike 50. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Graham. Hey, Haywood. We got it.
Keenum on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Not only has he been a real presence in that backfield, he's been awfully disruptive as well. Forced the fumble earlier, and now he gets in there to pick up a sack as well.
Well, he's known for having really quick, nimble hands. He certainly showed it when he got the fumble recovery. Showed it again right there. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
53, Mike. 0-15. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Alpha.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Hey, 57, 53.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Complete. Richardson has it. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check. Back. Motion.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 50 to Mike. Time to go, night.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he finds McLaurin. The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 41 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
That's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 37. Check 37. You. I'm 53. Bravo. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
That's what I do. Wall, hands down. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, Charlie. Mike 50. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Keenan. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53, 55. Check, 4 down, 40. Hey, Alpha. Check, nickel. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Stay at home.
They'll run with Geis, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 50. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, switch gears. Check 26, 52. Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
We got the high. Right 20. 50. So we got man. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. We don't want this. 53, come on. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't. Hey, seam 6. 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill. He's checking.
Go down, 52.
Crash, crash.
22. 22. High.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Hey, exit. Hey, take 1, lad. Take 33.
They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a run with Peterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Hey, go, Roger. Go. Go. We got the high.
Check 25. Check.
Hey, all right.
Check 9. Check 9. Kill. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 36. 36. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, that's scared. That's scared.
Okay.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On first down, Peterson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 26-yard
Bring
line.
up the high. I can't high.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, 50.
All day. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight. Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Get in the weight room. Hey. Okay.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.